Hello friends, welcome to Shakti Academy. Now we are solving the CSAT original questions. We are solving Venn diagram part 4. Today in this video we are seeing 3 circle based Venn diagram questions. Earlier we have seen 2 circle based Venn diagram questions. Now we'll see 3 circle based Venn diagram questions. This is very simple question. In the given diagram, circle A represent teachers who can teach physics. Circle A represents physics teachers. Circle A represents physics teachers. Circle B represents teachers who can teach chemistry. Circle B represents chemistry teachers, and circle C represents those who can teach mathematics. Those who teach mathematics. Among these, which represent teachers who can teach physics, and mathematics, but not chemistry? That is, among the 3 given circles, a person who teach physics and mathematics and he will not teach chemistry. That means he will not teach chemistry means the circle which is in chemistry. The people who are inside chemistry cannot come. That means Q, S, V, T cannot come. And they are talking about a person who teach physics as well as mathematics. That means in common, this is the only place where it is common to physics as well as maths. That means you is the person who can teach both physics and maths but not chemistry. So then what is the option? You will get the option is B. Option B, answer is U. Next question. In the given figure, the triangle represent girls. The square represent the triangle represent girls. Square represent sports. Square represents sports. And circle represent coaches. The portion in the figure which represent girl who are sports but not coaches. That means the person must be a girl, must be sports person but not coach. That means whoever comes in the coach circle, that cannot come as answer. That is the first thing we need to understand. Then whoever is common to girls as well as sports, that is common to triangle as well as square, that will be the answer. Common to triangle as well as square is this B is the common one which is available in both triangle as well as in square but not in the circle. Circle should not come because coach, the person should not be a coach but should be a girl and should be a sports person. So B is the answer for the given question. Option B, answer also B. Next question. A survey was conducted on a sample of 1,000 persons with reference to their knowledge of English, French and German. The result of the survey are presented in the given Venn diagram. The ratio of the number of persons who do not know any of the 3 languages to those who know all the 3 languages. See, person who do not know any of the 3 languages. That means the person does not know French, German, English. The person does not know these 3 languages. To those who know all 3 languages, that is the person know French, German as well as English. The person know all 3 languages. For this they are asking the ratio. What is coming in the top? In the top, person who don't know any of the 3 languages. What is coming in the bottom? Person who will speak all the 3 languages. That's it. For that they are asking the ratio. As you know very well, in a circle, this is the place where German, French and English, all the circle are intersecting. That means this 175 persons are able to speak all the three languages. That means in the denominator 175 will come, but in the numerator as of now we don't know what will come, but we are sure in the denominator what will come, 175 will come, because they are talking about the ratio of people who don't know any of the three language and the ratio of the people who knows all the three languages. So in the numerator who don't know anything, in the denominator who know everything. That is the meaning. Now we know in the denominator it is 175. What is numerator? We don't know as of now, but without knowing that itself we can answer the question. I'll tell you how. In the numerator something will be the answer. As in the option, in the numerator here 1, here 1, here 1, but here 175. But in the denominator 175, always you know very well, ratio means after striking all the common values a value will remain, that we call it as a ratio. Clear? So definitely the answer option in the denominator place must be lesser than 175, should not be more than, or at least it can be equal to 175. Suppose the numerator value will not get cancelled with 175 in the denominator, then 175 denominator will remain as it is, but maximum value denominator will be 175 and minimum will be less than that. If you consider that concept, definitely this 550 cannot come in the denominator, 1000 cannot come in the denominator. So I am eliminating the option C as well as D. Now I am remaining with two options A and B. Listen carefully. This 175 is a multiple of which of the denominators? If you consider, then definitely only 25 is possible. 25 divides 175, but this 27 does not divide the 175. So meaning definitely this is the answer. There is no doubt in that. By just finding out the denominator without any calculations, you can very easily, by option of elimination, we are getting the answer as B, because this 175 is divisible only by the 25, not by the 27. So answer will be option B. That's it. So in simple we are able to answer the question, but for the sake of your understanding I will go one more step. What I do is, it's very simple. Whatever the values is given in the circle, you add all the values. When you add all the values, it is coming to 993. When you add all the values, it is coming to 993. So that means the meaning is, among the 993 people, at least they will know one language or two language or all the three languages. You know very well, total people is 1000. So among the 1000 total people, when I subtract the people who know at least one of the languages, then 1000 minus 993 will be equal to 7. That means this 7 people does not know any language. This 7 people does not know any of the language. So that comes in the numerator. That's it. It's very simple. So when you strike out 7 and 175, 7 goes in 7 for one time, 7 goes in 175 for 25 times. So answer will be 1 by 25. So option is B. I told you very clearly, by using the denominator concept, using option of elimination, we can get the answer B directly. If you want to calculate, you add all these values, that is all these values, you add all the values. When you add all the values, it is coming to 993. So these are the people who know at least one of the language. So when you subtract from 1000, you get 7. That 7 is the people doesn't know any of the three languages. That's it. I think we'll move on to the next question. The given diagram shows the number of students who failed in an examination. Comprising papers English, Hindi and mathematics. So it is very clearly given. number of people who failed in the exam, and that too in 3 different subjects. They given the values. Total number of students who took the test is 500. So maximum people who have taken the test is 500. What is the percentage of students who failed in at least 2 subjects? Remember, when I say at least 2 subjects, it means the person failed in 2 subjects as well as person failed in all the 3 subjects. That is the meaning. Number of people failed in 2 subjects as well as number of people failed in 3 subjects. That way you need to consider, because it is very clearly given at least 2. At least 2 means 2 minimum and maximum of 3 subjects. Okay, now if you take the number of people who failed in 2 subjects, this 12, this 12, this 10. So 12 plus 12, 24, 24 plus 10, 34. And number of people failed in all the 3 subjects. All the 3 subjects is failed by 5 people. So this is 5 people. So totally, as of the condition, when you take the condition, totally 39 people at least failed in 2 subjects. That is what we are getting. Now what is the question? What is the percentage of the students who failed in at least 2 subjects? That is, number of people at least in 2 subjects failed in the numerator divided by total number of students. Total number of students. So number of people failed in at least 2 subjects is 39. Number of students failed in at least 2 subjects is 39. And total people appeared for the exam is 500. And we need percentage. So just multiply by 100. When you multiply by 100, you cancel it by 1 times and 5 times by 100. Now this 39 by 5, when you cancel 39, 35, that is 7 times. Balance will be 4, and you will get decimal. 4 means 40. 40 will go 8 times in 5. So answer is 7.8. So answer option is B. So it's a very simple question. We can answer very easily. These things I have written for your understanding, but once you understand, it's a matter of time, the matter of second, you can solve the question. Because if you add all these 4 values, it is coming to 39. 39 is for 500. 39 for 500. 39 for 500. Then percentage, when you convert it, you get 7.8. Next question. In a town, 45% population read magazine A, and 55% read magazine B, and 40% read magazine C. So there are 3 different magazines. First I will put 3 circles. Circle A, circle B, circle C. Now it is given 45% population read magazine A. So 45% read magazine A, and 55% read magazine B. 55% read magazine B. And it is given 40% read magazine C. 40% read magazine C. Here after this you need to be very, very careful. Just listen carefully. 30% read magazine A. 30% read magazine A and B. Here they did not mention a word 30% read magazine only A and B. They are simply using a word 30% read magazine A and B. Here the word only is missing. That means this 30% includes, there is possibility of A and B magazine. Apart from that, the third one also included in this place. But here the meaning is minimum people, that is A and B. A and B people, the A and B magazine read by people is 30%. And in that there is a possibility third magazine also read by the people, that is also included. Clear? That is why they did not mention the word only. Suppose when they mention a word only, then it implies very clearly A and B magazine read only by 30% of the people. That's what. Now we understood. So that means I need to use the value 30%, and then 15% read magazine B, this value I need to use. 15% read magazine B and C, this value I need to use, and 25% read magazine A and C, this value also I need to use, but as of now I will not use it. 10% read all the 3 magazine. Oh, now I got the information. 10% read all the 3 magazine. That means in the middle, that is in the in this part, this is the place where all 3 circles are merging or intersecting. So here 10% will come. I don't have space to write a percentage symbol, so I am writing only 10. Clear? 10% in this place. Now we can understand. %, read magazine A and B. The meaning is 30% read magazine A and B means including this 10%. That means 30 and 10. What is the difference? 20. So 20% people reading only magazine A and B, and 30% people reading magazine A and B. That's what I can say, because this 10% is common for C also. That is the hidden information you need to understand in this sum. Next part, 15% read B and C. 15% read magazine B and C. 15% B and C. Already 10% is in the common. So this 15% and this 10%, when I take the difference, I will get 5%. Now you get 15%. Together the all 3 10%, only B and C 5%, together I will get 15%. So 15% read magazine B and C. That statement is now it is correct. And after that 25% read magazine A and C. When 25% read A and C means here already 10% available, so 25% minus 10% will be 15%. So this is 15%. So 15% only read A and C magazine. Now this is the way you need to fill the values. You must understand, because they did not mention the word only A and B. They simply mention the word A and B. When they mention a word A and B, there is the C also included. That is a meaning, hidden meaning. Now we filled all the values. Now listen, you know very well the circle A total value must be 45%. Now when I add the values, this is 20, this is 10, 30, 30 plus 15, 45. That means only magazine A read by how many people means there is no people, because that is 0%. Because here itself it is, when you add all the values, it is coming to 45%. Then now coming to B, when you add these values, 20 plus 10 30, 30 plus 5 35, so these values are 35. Now 55 minus 35 will be 20. So only people who read magazine B is 20%. That is the meaning. Then circle C, this 15 plus 5 10, 15 plus 5 is 20, 20 plus 10 30, so it is 30, but total circle C is 40. Then 40 minus 30 will be 10%. So that means people who read only magazine C is 10%. Now what is the question? What percentage do not read any magazine? That means they will not read magazine A, they will not read magazine B, they will not read magazine C. Now we have written all the values as per the given condition. Magazine A only 0 people, magazine B only 20% people, magazine C only 10% people, and A and B only 20, B and C only 5, A and C only 15, and all 3 is 10. Now you add all the values. Now add all the values. When I take all the values, consider if I take the all values in circle A, that comes to 45%, and apart from that I need to add these values. So 45% plus this 5 will be 50. this 10 will be 60, this 20 will be 80. So adding all the values inside the circle, we are getting 80. We are getting 80%. That means the remaining, always we need to consider the total population will be 100%. So out of that 80% are reading any one of the magazine, but the remaining 20% is not reading anything, any magazine, not reading any magazine. So answer for the given question is 20%. That's it. So your job is to fill it very carefully. When you fill it very carefully, you will get the answer correctly. Is that clear? Suppose if you have any understanding problem, please rewind this video one or twice. You will understand very clearly. I'll move on to the next. See, this is a repeated question. It is asked in 2 different years. Out of a total of 120 musicians in a club, 5 persons can play all 3 instruments. See, 5 persons can play all 3 instruments: guitar, violin and flute. I am just writing like this: circle 1, circle 2, circle 3. What are the instruments? Guitar, violin and flute. These are the 3 instruments. It is given out of total 120 musicians in a club, 5 persons can play all 3 instruments. 5%. Very clearly you need to understand, this is percentage. It is not value 5, because in the exam tension people will understand it's a value 5, so they will write simply 5, then answer becomes wrong. Clear? Okay, so it is 5%. So for 120, what is 10%? It is 12. That 5%, that will be 6. So now you know very well, all 3 instruments is played by how many people? 6 people will play all the 3 instruments. Now then, it so happens that the number of musicians who can play any 2 and only 2 of the above instrument is 30. They used very clearly the word only 2. Any 2, as well as they use the word only 2. Only 2 implies, I am writing for your understanding, this is A I consider, this is B I consider, this is C I considered. They told this combination of A, B, C, the total of A, B, C, A plus B plus C is all equal to 30. That is what they are telling. Because only 2 instruments they play. How many people play only 2 instruments? 30 people. So we don't know exactly how many people in play guitar and violin and flute and guitar and flute. We don't know that, but we know one thing is 2 instruments played by how many people? 30 people. That is what A, B, C I mentioned. These places A, B, C are implies 2 instruments exactly. Then the number of musicians who can play the guitar alone is guitar alone. Again you need to find the word alone. Guitar alone. Guitar alone means here guitar alone is how many people? 40. What is the total number of those who can play violin alone or flute alone? Violin alone means this place, violin alone. Flute alone means this place. Just for your understanding, I am just rounding it. So what is these people? What is the total number of these people? That is a question. Number of people who play only violin and only flute. How many people are there? How many people are there? That is a question. So it's very simple. You know very well this part. I'll take this circle plus this C. When I take the addition of this portion and this portion, excluding that, only violin, only flute will be available. I know totally how many people? 120 musicians. From that I need to subtract. So I will subtract the whole this place, this value 40, minus I will subtract the ABC value. ABC is exactly people who play 2 instruments. ABC value total is 30, and I need to subtract exactly people who play 3 instruments, all 3 instruments, minus 6. So when you take the difference, 40 30 will be 70, 70 76. So when you subtract 120 minus 76, that will be 44. So only violin and only flute together is 44. That's it. So answer for the given question is 44. It's very simple because we know the value of other values. So I need to calculate only violin and flute total is how much. So when I accept that, when I take the other values will be, I can write like this 40, this ABC, this 6. You know 40 is a 40 value, ABC value, you know, it is given as 30. So I have written 30 and this 6 value I have taken 6 as it is. So when I subtract from the 120, I am getting 44. So that means the remaining 44 people, they will play either only violin or they will play only flute. So answer is 44. That's it. Next question. Again, this is a repeated question. In a group of person traveling in a bus, 6 person can speak Tamil, 15 can speak Hindi, and 6 can speak Gujarati. That means there are 3 different languages. 3 different languages. People speak Tamil, people speak Hindi, people speak Gujarati. 6 person speak Tamil. So 6 persons speak Tamil and 15 can speak Hindi. 15 speak Hindi. And 6 can speak Gujarati. 6 can speak Gujarati. In that group, none can speak any other language. None can speak any other language. If 2 person in the group can speak 2 languages only, very clearly given, only 2 people speak 2 languages exactly. 2 languages exactly. But we don't know who are the 2 persons will speak 2 languages exactly. Then this information we need to use. And 1 person can speak all 3 languages. Only 1 person exactly will speak all 3 languages. That means that 1 person I can write here. 1 person in the middle. He speaks all the 3 languages. Then how many persons are there in the group? How many persons are there in the group? So totally how many people are there? See, you need to be very careful because it's a very tricky question. Many of them will made a mistake on this question. Just listen carefully. See, 2 persons speak exactly 2 languages. What I am assuming is, suppose I assume the 2 persons speak exactly 2 languages is, I am putting here. I am putting here. That is in between Tamil and Gujarati. So that means 2 people exactly speak 2 languages, that is Tamil and Gujarati. That's it. I put like that. Now remaining values you can fill it as it is. See, you may ask me question, sir, why don't you put between Tamil and Hindi? Of course you can put it. Suppose people will may ask, sir, why don't you put the 2 persons in between Hindi and Gujarati? There, here also you can put. Wherever you put, you will get the same answer. Clear? Now, you know very well, total people who speak Tamil is 6. Out of that, 2 people speak 2 languages. 1 person speak 3 languages. That means in this circle, maximum is 6. So 2 plus 1, 3, minus, when you minus that from 6, you will get 3 people. So this 3 people speak only Tamil. Similarly, this whole circle in Gujarati, you will get 6 people. So this 6 minus 2 minus 1, you will get 3. So this 3 people speak exactly Gujarati only. Because total will be 6. Out of that, 3 people, this 2 and 1 will be 3 people. You need to subtract from the 6 so that you will get only Gujarati speaking people. Then here in Hindi, this 1 person you need to subtract from 15. So that 15 minus 1 will be 14. Because here no value, here no value. Only this 1. Only 1 person speak all 3 languages. So 15 minus 1 you will get 14. So this 14 people will speak only Hindi. Now you come to know how many persons are there in the group. People who speak exactly one language is this 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 14, 20 people. People who speak exactly 2 languages is only 2 persons. People who speak exactly 3 languages is only 1 person. So totally when you add everything you will get 23. You get 23. So answer option is 23. That's it. So it's a very simple question, but there is a possibility many of them will go for a choice 24. Clear? So you need to be very, very careful. So answer for the question is 23. Next question. In an examination there are 3 subjects A, B, C. A student has to pass in each subject. 20% failed in A, 22% failed in B, 16% failed in C. Total number of students passing the whole examination lies between. This is what the question. Total number of students passing the whole examination. The keyword is whole examination. That is what very important. Whole examination. What is the meaning of whole examination? In all 3 subjects they must pass. They must clear. That is the meaning of whole examination. For this question, even in some of the books also they have given a different answer. We need to understand this. Listen. So again, it's a very tricky question, and again more people are doing error in this question because there is a competition between 2 options. Many of them tend to do the wrong one. So you just understand, just listen carefully. In an examination there are 3 subjects A, B, C. I am writing A, B, C. In subject A, how many failed? 20%. In subject B, how many failed? 22%. In subject C, how many failed? 16%. In subject C, how many failed? 16%. Now the question is, maximum how many people are possible and minimum how many people are passing in this kind of values. Suppose if I consider in subject A, subject B, subject C, number of students who are failed are different. Number of students are failed are different. Suppose in subject A 20 students failed, but they are passed in B and C. Subject B 22% failed, but they are passed in A and C. Subject C 16% failed, but they are passed in A and B. So if this is the case, then it will maximize the number of students who failed at least in one subject. When you add all the values, so what do you get? This 20, this 40, this 50, then 58. So it is coming to 58%. So one student failed in one subject only. If I consider that situation, 58% of the students are failed. Then obviously pass percentage will be 100 minus 58%. That is equal to 42%. Now I come to know option A or option B, because option C cannot come, option D cannot come. Option A or option B is my answer. Now the next part is very, very important part. Now you know very well, in A 20% are failed, in B 22% are failed, in C 16% are failed. The question is, in all subjects how many are passed? That is a question. It's very, very clear. It's very, very clear. Suppose here, which is the maximum one? This 22 is the maximum one. Suppose I consider 22% failed in subject B. The same 22% people are failed in also A, or failed also in A. Same 22% also failed in A. That means out of the 22 failed, 20 also failed in A. The same students, same set of students from the 22 failed in C, that is 16 students failed in C. Suppose I consider 22 students. From this 22 students only, they failed in subject A. Similarly, they failed in subject B. Similarly, they failed in subject C. Is it clear? So, why I am taking 22 means, the reason is, this 22 is a larger value which can include the 20 as well as 16. My thinking is, I want to maximize how many people will pass in all subjects. That means I want to minimize number of people who failed in the subjects. So what I do is, I cannot take 20 or 16, because when I take 16, what will happen is, there are people who failed more than that also in other subject. So I cannot take 16. Similarly, there are people who failed more than 20 also. Again, I cannot take that. So due to that reason, I will take only 22. So in this 22 people, this 22 people are the people who are failed in A subject, C subject as well. That means maximum 22% are failed. Then when I subtract with 100, I'll get 78%. I'll get 78%. So the answer is option B. Many people actually tend to give the answer as A, but that's a wrong one, because they will subtract 16 from 100. They will get 84%, but that's a wrong one, because it's very clear, whole examination they must pass. Whole examination means all the 3 subjects they must pass. That means I can minimize the number of people who failed in the subject, means I can take only 22% as a one, as a value. Then in this 22, all 3 people will come together. So then the remaining will be 78%. That 78% is passed in the exam. So minimum is 42% and maximum is 78%. So option B will exactly match with the option. Thank you friends. I will again meet you in a next video, and we will continue with the same topic in a next video. Thank you.